like 16, almost 17. Oh my gosh, we broke ground. It's been like 1 year since we put the last house on the market, which is about 1 year too long. We now have a $10,000 hole in the ground with about a half foundation in it, which is super exciting. And it took about a year or so because you had to find the property, you got to be ready to buy the property, you have to figure out what you're going to build there. Then you have to either find your architect or do it yourself. I drew up the plans myself and I had to go through corrections 3 times. You also have to like chase down the planner, find what their email is, because sometimes it's not what you expect it to be. And you gotta go tell them, hey, help me, look at my stuff. It takes them like 5 minutes and they'll approve you if you're finally ready to go. The $10,000 hole in the ground wasn't supposed to be a $10,000 hole in the ground. It was supposed to be like an 18-inch deep scraping where we go just a few inches down and then we would be good. We'd find good soil and we just start building our foundation. But unfortunately, we had to spend like 3 days, $10,000, taking out 12 dump truck loads of dirt, 8 dump truck loads of gravel in, compacted every 12 inches, up we go, until we have back to 18 inches. So we had to dig down 3 feet and then bring it back up to 18 inches. And that's the thing with foundations, you just don't know what kind of soil you have until you start digging. So that's always an unknown. If anyone gives you like a solid foundation number, they're probably guessing. They're just guessing. Foundation guys were totally boss moding it over here. They got it down to a science. They do this like every day. So they come in and in 1 to 2 days, they've got all the forms up, get your inspections. They come back with their concrete truck and pumper truck, fill it up in a couple hours, smooth it out, and they're done. That's where we are now. We have foundation walls and we're ready to bring back more gravel and start filling up that hole even more. And so here's our beautiful foundation footing and walls. So these are like minimum height, meaning we did about the minimum height the Seattle will allow. So we dug down about 3 feet, but then we brought it back up to just 20 inches. So minimum dig is 18 inches. So we have minimum size walls here, saves on concrete, saves on your cost. And they use panels here, which is what you want to see your concrete guy using. It means they know what they're doing. It means that they do it all the time. If you see your concrete guy building with wood, yeah, that means he doesn't know what he's doing. So that was me the first time. That's how I know this, because I did this the first time. And I paid a bunch more, took a lot longer, didn't get as good of a product. So things you learn in real estate, but yeah, we have ourselves a solid foundation. We're ready to fill it full of gravel and build a house on top of it. That's the other thing you don't really know about sewer lines. So, the big unknown of what's your soil like, and then the big unknown of what's your sewer line look like. Is it a 4-inch? Is it a 6-inch? Is it broken? Is it obstructed by tree roots? That's another thing you have to go, get a sewer inspection, see what's happening, locate it. Luckily in our case, everything was good, but it really took a lot of calculating and thinking to try to figure out just the right spot to put the sewer, because if it's too low, then you have to end up putting a pump in, which is very expensive. And if it's too high, then you don't have enough room inside your foundation to slope all the pipes. So making sure it's in the right spot so everything can flow downhill to where it needs to go without the use of a pump, super important. Putting in the money and the time to make sure your soil's good, make sure your sewer line is good, good quality, good size, good location, all that stuff is just money well spent, because mistakes here means tens of thousands of dollars in fixes later. Or if you aren't on good soil, for example, you have to like underpin your foundation or do something ridiculously expensive to try to stop the settling of your foundation. So everybody knows foundations are important, and you just got to do your homework, got to make sure they're solid and you don't waste all your money. Next step is we're going to bring more gravel in. We're going to put a few more dump truck loads of gravel in that hole. We're going to smash it all down, and then we can bring in the plumbers. We should be good to go. Foundation.
How do you know when it's good concrete?
You just come up and kick the tires a little bit. It feels good.
Yeah.
Give it a good smack. Good.
That ain't going anywhere.
It ain't going nowhere.